Once upon a time, in a massive, ancient house, there lived a wealthy landlord. His house was full of treasures, beautiful furniture, large rooms, plenty of grain stacked high, and walls strong enough to stand the test of time. But no matter how much wealth he was haunted by one problem: rats. The rats were everywhere. They chewed through his clothes, destroyed his grain, and scurried across the floors every night while he tried to sleep. The landlord, once proud, began to feel embarrassed and humiliated. He felt like a king in a palace, but the palace was secretly falling apart. His frustration built day by day, until one morning he decided it was time to end this nightmare once and for all. He went to the market and bought a white cat. This wasn't just any cat. It was rare, regal, and expensive like royalty. He paid a high price, feeling proud of his purchase. This cat was special. Its coat was so white it looked like snow, its eyes sharp and alert. The landlord was sure that his problem would soon be solved. The cat went straight to work. In just 2 days, every single rat was gone. No more rustling, no more gnawing. The house was peaceful. For the first time in months, the landlord slept soundly, relieved. But peace came with a cost. As the days passed, the landlord began to notice the white cat resting in the corners of the house, curled up and sleeping. It wasn't hunting anymore. It was just eating, resting, and doing nothing. At first, the landlord didn't mind. But soon, doubts began creeping into his mind. Why should I waste my grain on a cat that isn't working? The rats are gone. The job's done. Why keep feeding it? The gratitude he once felt for the cat slowly faded. The landlord became cold, indifferent. He saw the cat as a burden now, an expense he didn't need. And so, one day, with no hesitation, he opened the door and tossed the cat out, saying, "Go. Your work is done." The cat looked at him once, its eyes filled with sadness, but it said nothing. It walked away, never to return. For weeks, the landlord lived in peace. The rats didn't return, and the landlord believed he had made the right decision. "I was right," he told himself. The cat was just a burden. He felt proud, as if he had outsmarted the situation. But life has a cruel way of turning things around. A month later, the rats came back. This time, not just 1 or 2, but hundreds. They weren't afraid anymore. They climbed into cupboards, tore open sacks of grain, and even chewed through the wooden doors. The landlord was furious. He ran to the market again, desperate to find a solution. This time, he bought a black cat. It wasn't as beautiful as the white cat. It wasn't rare or expensive, but had sharp eyes and a cunning mind. The landlord believed this cat would finish the rats off in no time. On the first day, the landlord waited, excited. But the black cat didn't kill the rats like the white one had. Sometimes it caught one, but then it would stop. It would chase them, but let them go. And when it did catch a rat, it didn't kill it immediately. Instead, it brought the rat to the landlord and acted like it was putting on a show, playing with it, showing off its skills. The landlord watched, mesmerized. This cat is clever, he thought. It's doing something the other cat never did. But the black cat wasn't just clever, it was manipulative. It understood something the white cat had never bothered to learn. It knew the landlord's nature. If the rats disappeared completely, the landlord would see no need for the cat. So it didn't get rid of all the rats. It kept them just around, enough to create fear, enough to make the landlord feel that the cat was still necessary. The rats never fully disappeared. The landlord's house still suffered, but oddly, he felt content. He now depended on the black cat. He believed the cat was protecting him. The black cat ate well, slept on soft blankets, and lived like royalty, while the landlord's life remained in turmoil. And over time, the landlord grew completely dependent. He convinced himself that as long as the rats existed, the black cat was vital. The cat kept him in check, kept him in fear, and in return, the landlord fed and pampered it. But in truth, the landlord had made a terrible mistake. The white cat had solved his problem. It had removed the rats completely. It was honest, hardworking, and loyal. Yet, the landlord threw it out when it was no longer needed. The black cat, on the other hand, knew how to keep the problem alive, making sure the landlord would never be free from it. In the end, the landlord didn't just lose a cat. He lost his only true protector.